Welcome back to American Agenda. President Biden receiving the Israeli Presidential Medal of Honor during a reception in Jerusalem today. Joined alongside Israeli President Herzog, the ceremony emphasized the importance of a strong U.S.-Israeli relationship.
Yeah, that's right. However, some are not too happy about this very prestigious award going to President Biden. As critics say, this move seems to be more of a diplomatic ploy than a legitimate reflection of how Israelis truly feel. Here to discuss more is Managing Director of the Coalition for Jewish Values, Rabbi Menken. Rabbi, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Rabbi, we've been hearing a lot of pushback saying, listen, this is such a prestigious award. Former President Bill Clinton has received it. Former President Obama has received it. Now President Biden, many saying he doesn't deserve it. Why is that?
Well, notably, President Donald Trump did not receive it.
Yes.
President Trump architected the biggest Mideast peace agreement in a generation. Certainly, it has had tremendous results. It has really changed the face of the Middle East, the Abraham Accords. And now we have a president who simply cannot acknowledge his predecessor's accomplishments, but instead seems devoted on rolling many of them back. He, in fact, said on Israeli television, he said that his predecessor had walked away from the Middle East, regarding, again, the architect of the Abraham Accords. I've heard many presidents say many things about the Middle East and Israel, but here he was on Israeli television convincing the Israeli public that he's completely out of touch with reality.
Your Rabbi, the administration, it's been pointed out, is giving hundreds of millions of dollars to the Palestinian Authority, which has not disavowed its pay-to-slay program, which has given money to terrorists who have killed Israelis, more money to the UN for education of Palestinian youth, which sounds good, but they've also been teaching them their anti-Semitic materials there. Now, he refused to acknowledge Jerusalem as the capital of Israel today. Do you think that we're going to see some vocal pushback from American Jews and Israeli expats here in the United States directed toward the government there over this award?
Sadly, the American left in the Jewish community has placed their leftism ahead of their Judaism, and we're not going to hear the pushback that is definitely needed from all those sources. I don't approach any of this as an Israeli. I approach all of this as a Jew and a Jewish person very familiar with the long history of anti-Semitism. I don't understand how you give this medal to a person who's going to direct American tax dollars to terrorism, because that's what's happening. Like you said, the Palestinian Authority retains a pay-to-slay policy. The more Jews you kill, the more money your family receives.
That's right.
Salaries 5 times the Palestinian Authority average paid out to those who kill people. And in that environment, giving money to the Palestinian Authority means other money can be directed to those payments. It's scary. And UNRWA is not there to help refugees. UNRWA is there to can perpetuate the myth that the 4th generation descendant of anybody who lived in the British Mandatory Palestine, unless they were Jewish, because this is a racist distinction, is therefore a refugee. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rabbi, I want to go back to something that you mentioned, that we pointed out. As we said, former presidents Bill Clinton, Obama have received this very prestigious Presidential Medal of Honor. But you pointed out that former President Donald Trump did not, even though he is the one who instituted the very helpful Abraham Accords. Why do you think he was not awarded this honor?
My friend and colleague, Yoram Hazony, said to me by private message when I asked this question on Twitter, he said, I don't have the explanation, but if you look at the constituency of the prize award committee, you will figure it out. In other words, these are a leftist cabal who just say, oh, anybody who's on the left. I mean, look at the fact that Obama was handed the Nobel Peace Prize, literally having accomplished nothing at the beginning of his term, simply for getting himself elected and breathing. He was given the Nobel Peace Prize. It's in that environment that Biden is being given this award.
Rabbi, I just have 15 seconds for you, but I wanted to bring this up. The president did not visit the Western Wall on this trip to Israel. Your comments on that, because it struck me that he didn't do that.
He wouldn't have had a very friendly audience if he'd gone there. The people who pray there regularly certainly appreciate what it is to be in the Holy Land, and don't appreciate when terrorism against them is being funded. So it may have been a very good move on his part.
All right.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Rabbi Menken, thanks so much for your insights.
Thank you.
Thank you.